Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle,
I'm there.
I'm Alex.
I'm Gianna.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
and we are pseudo adults. Hi, welcome to episode 82 of our podcast. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to Pseudo Adults anywhere that you find podcasts. It's even on Spotify and YouTube on the Space Zambonie channel. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Pseudo Adults.
And as Kyle said, for podcasts like these, and as well as other funny content, videos, and just a general assortment of things, go to spacezamboni.com, youtube.com/spacezamboni to find all your content needs.
All right, on. I was thinking, like, if this is sort of becoming more or less a regular thing until we go back to normal and it's only the audio medium, should we kind of like give a brief explanation of why we are, like who we are, what we're about? Maybe not necessarily who we are, because they can watch us get to know our personalities and stuff, you know, that we're goofy, immature people pretending to be adults, even though we technically are, hence the name. But as much as we like talking about other people's stuff, we also, you know, sort of like, Alex could talk at length about the stuff that he works on. Tony could talk at length. So can everyone here, Matt. And for me, it's like, I like working on music in my free time. It's something that I'm passionate about. I think it's really fun. And sort of like, if I could do it, anyone could do it. So I don't know, anyone want to elaborate on that?
Don't everybody jumping all at once.
Matt.
No.
Matt, tell us about you.
Oh, wow. No, I'm just a goofy, silly man that makes music occasionally. And I have burnt half of my face off, which is why half of it is in the shadows. So I'm working on as like a plastic surgeon on the side to reconstruct my horribly mangled face.
And you help work on the channel too.
Yeah,
I like that the channel's now just like trying to earn money to fix Matt's face, even though you can clearly see Matt's face is fine.
No, what are you talking about? I'm a monster.
Please donate to our cause.
No.
If Alex doesn't want to talk about himself, I could talk.
No, I'll talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Does someone else want to go first? Anyone else? Tony, talk about your stuff.
Just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're already talking. Go.
Okay. So Matt and I are the co-creators of the Space Zambonie channel. So that consists of, you know, it originally started with like gaming videos and stuff like that. And way before that, we also always used to do like animations and content. And really overall, I'm just kind of the kind of person that wants to, you know, create content, make people laugh, and something that you just sit, either watch passively or, you know, something you could actively watch to get your mind off of things and just have like a good time, even if it's for a little bit.
Yay.
Yeah. Or just kind of show up in your content. That's just my
Ride the wave.
Really, yeah. I mean, I don't really do anything on my own because I just
Yeah,
I edit, but it's not like people watch me edit. I just like what?
He was doing the focus group.
That's the adjust focus.
I was like, they're trying to smooch. They don't want us to see it.
I'll smooch your mom.
But yeah, I mean, I edit your videos. I like editing. It's a lot of fun. I like trying to see where I can throw some really funny, cool things in there. But yeah, other than that, I'm just the loud person in the background, just trying to scream it out.
And you're always a fan of like the Rooster Teeth stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
I get to edit something along the same vein, which is cool.
Yeah.
Tony, you suddenly don't want to talk about anything?
Oh, well.
It's only been silent for 10 seconds.
Tony just stared at the camera.
No, all right, so Alex and I created the Shranks universe together. We created Outlaw Justice together, and that's something I'm currently working on, the Outlaw Justice comic series. And that's still going on. I'm still working on it, working on the marketing for it. Season 1 graphic novel is done, just working on all the marketing materials for it.
Very cool. And we got to see a little bit of it after we recorded last week or the week before, and it's really cool. It wasn't like what I was expecting in that the style is very different from like that's something that you guys always do though. So I shouldn't be surprised, but I am because I'm an idiot. And anytime you guys kind of either come up with a new concept, a new universe of ideas. Oh, this meeting will end in 10 minutes. I guess the Zoom anniversary is over. All right.
Everything's opening back up. Cancel Zoom.
Anyways, we're gonna have to crop two together at least. Anyways, yeah, anytime you guys do that, it's like you definitely like reinvent the wheel in terms of like the art style. So good on you.
Thank
And
you.
I'm just here on Sundays.
But you're the optimism corner. You're the sole
I'm
proprietor
the
of the
optimism
optimism
corner.
corner.
That's all I got for you guys.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm here on Sunday.
I'm here on Sunday,
essential
bringing the
worker.
optimism only on Sunday. Don't
Yeah.
fuck me up.
Rachel has a dedicated segment to our podcast called Rachel's Optimism Corner. She has a Twitter page. No, it has not been updated. So we usually get to that after like we get through like the meat of the podcast. We're like, we're done talking.
Forgot about you, Rachel. You're here too.
Oh my God.
No, you bail us out in an invaluable way because we'd be like screwed. Be like, I guess that's it. No, but you bring like a whole new wave of conversation in.
Yes, thank
So,
you.
yeah. Don't think of it the way that you're thinking.
Factual facts, no references though, but facts.
Factual facts are the best facts.
You know, those are the facts. You know, like false news. Like I'm real news. Like when Donald Trump says false news, fake news,
Yeah.
I'm the real news.
Yeah.
That's why he hasn't mentioned me because I'm
You're like
real.
April from Ninja Turtles.
I have the pulse.
There's turtles in the sewers. Turtles in the sewers. Okay, April.
Relax. There's not. You don't need a source. You just make it up. Just kidding. I don't make anything up. But all right.
So
Okay, that's
Alex just saying before we start recording that the June episode of his Space Zambonie video podcast is he's in high gear, like stuff's going crazy.
If you're watching this, hopefully it came out yesterday. Yeah.
And is the guest? I think you said when we were recording previously who the guest will be on the episode.
Yeah, the guest is Argo.
Right here, who Alex is currently petting off to the side, please.
Yeah.
How's
No,
life rough?
So we did the game. I think I mentioned it before, but when we did the game, we lost all the audio for it. So we had to re-record the audio to put it with like images of what happens in the AI dungeon. And I think that's going to be so funny just on its own that we're going to want to do more eventually too, because it was just so wacky and so funny.
I mean, I have questions, but I guess I'll hopefully get to see it pretty soon. So I'll just wait to see what it's like. Like I'm curious, like what stylistically, like how time consuming was it to make the visuals for it?
Surprisingly, it was like 2 days, 3 days, maybe, not even. And it wasn't like the whole day doing it either.
Yeah.
As soon as I came with like the basis for the animation or like the graphics, I was able to just, manipulate things around it and just make it look okay visually.
Mm-hmm.
And then the backgrounds, I just did like the Photoshop filtered backgrounds, and same for like objects and stuff. So I just put it in to cut out, and all right, there you go.
And these are the stories that you had referenced on the previous episodes, like you desperately need to call your mom for some reason. That's what the AI wants you to do.
Yeah.
And for Matt, it wanted your life to end, basically. Like the story was supposed to end.
And he hangs out with Big Bird for a good half of the story. But it's funny.
Free promotion for HBO Max.
Yeah.
I was actually no. I watched the first 10. No, not even. I watched like the first 3 minutes of. Elmo has a late night show now.
Yeah.
The not too late show with Elmo, I think it's called.
Oh my god.
And it's appropriate. Like it's only like a 15-minute show, which is like it can't be anymore. Imagine if it was an hour every single day.
Oh my god.
I think it's going to be like a short season. They're going to do like 15-minute short episodes, which is cute and it's good for kids, I think. So the first episode's guest is Jimmy Fallon. Pretty awesome, right?
Wow.
I didn't get to that part, but it was cute. It was like, Elmo, it's almost time for it. Okay, but can Elmo do his talk show? And he like jumps out of frame and immediately jumps back in with a suit on.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I'm
Which
into it.
episode does he interview Snoop Dogg?
No, yeah, that's probably the 420th.
Yeah. Elmo's gonna get baked with Snoop Dogg. Is it normal for Elmo to cough the first time?
He coughs like a tough man.
Yeah.
This is some good stuff, Snoop Dogg.
I was just cruising through it to see what like is or isn't on it, and I was surprised to see that it's like HBO Max, but it doesn't have some of the DC shows. At least not yet. Maybe they're getting it later, but I didn't see Titans on it. I didn't see Harley Quinn on it. I was like, this would be an easier way to watch it, but nope. Yeah. Oh, and it's not on Amazon Fire Stick, so they're like companies that get their crap together.
That's weird.
Yeah, whatever.
The DC Universe app is on like Roku now, but HBO Max isn't.
Oh, well, you know, it gotta be like that. It's
I
not
don't know.
cool.
Did you see the new Looney Tunes show?
I did. I honestly, the first thing I looked for when I opened the app was let's watch some classic Looney Tunes, and I couldn't find that either. Now that you mention it, but yes, there's a 2020 Looney Tunes show. I was like, and it does have like I think it's like the good modern animation like that you see like in American cartoons. Like I think it looked pretty good. It wasn't like the cheap Teen Titans Go, style. Like I was for a second I was like, is this old? Like no, it's from 2020. Like yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
That was dope. There's this one scene I saw on Twitter, and then when I tried to look for it again to show Matt, all I could find was like this big lady completely naked tagged Bugs Bunny, and I'm like, okay, great. Yeah. But in the scene, he's like doing like an arm wrestling thing with Yosemite Sam, and basically he has this big muscle, and when he does, like he pushes it, and he goes into Yosemite Sam's arm, and then they keep pushing it around until you just see it go away, and he's like trying to figure out what happened to it, and then Bugs Bunny basically points at his dick, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? This is crazy.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow, I can't wait to see this new Looney Tunes show.
Wow.
From the I saw was with Elmer Fudd being a detective trying to what do you call it, interrogate Bugs Bunny. I don't remember all the specifics of it, but I remember laughing at it. It was funny.
Yeah, it's neat. I can't wait to see what they do. I don't know why they made his gloves like that weird color though.
Yeah, they made it gold like the old Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, but it's weird now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see what the point of that app is, other than like watch that show Game of Thrones. It ends really, really well.
Don't watch the last season.
They want to put the last season up.
They're gonna have the Snyder cut of the last
Yeah,
season.
just trying to think of his name.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did that. They're like, the creators of the show are like, this wasn't our vision.
Yeah.
They rushed it.
Oh,
We wanted
George
water
R.
bottles
Martin
behind every
cut.
chair.
Starbucks cups from every dragon.
They were supposed to be Aquafina bottles.
What the hell? All right, so anybody have other topics or things they watch they want to talk about?
You guys want to talk about Event Horizon?
Yeah.
You guys watched last night?
That sounds like
Horizon.
something.
Oh, I also should probably say, really quick, Space Zambonie, we're going to be doing another charity live stream either between the 13th and the 21st of June. I think we're going to be working with, I was on the phone with LA Gaming League and American Cancer Society yesterday, and they want to do like a full stream week. So we're going to be part of that. We won't be streaming the whole week. We'll have like a dedicated day. But yeah, we're going to be working with them on that too.
It's so awesome.
They like the results of the last one. So
I guess stick to the Space Zambonie social media to get more details.
yeah.
And we'll always talk about it here too. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So I was trying to, like we usually talk about like a lot of comic related things, like more DC than we should. I feel like that should be our actual name instead of pseudo. Now that I think about it. Anything on that subject?
Oh yeah, the new
Of
Harley Quinn.
course.
Yeah. The new Harley Quinn had a great like parody of the Under the Sea song from The Little Mermaid.
Wow.
Mm.
And they even had the Jamaican what was it?
Crab?
Lobster?
Sebastian.
Yeah, but what animal was he? But yeah, they had that.
He was a crab, bro.
He's a crab.
A lobster, maybe.
Hermit crab?
I thought it was just a crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they even had a Jamaican crab singing the song. It was hilarious.
Wow. They are so sued. Just
They can't. They're geniuses.
Look, it got darker.
They heard that HBO Max is around. They're trying to get on Disney Plus now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Jump ship, abandon ship.
Yeah, we want to move to HBO Max quickly.
And apparently, there's also reports that they might do a what's his name, David Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
And what does that mean to you?
Well, that means we'll get to see what the Suicide Squad was supposed to be compared to what it ended up being. Because the studio kind of went in and was like, no, make this more like Guardians of the Galaxy. And so they added a lot of different things, cut out a lot of stuff. So.
Oh, it's like another. Like it was also supposed to probably be darker and like what was in line with Man of Steel, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just like the thought of him because he said in that talk or during that however they did their thing.
Yeah.
He was like, my cut would be easy to make because I already have everything. And then the guy who did Logan, they were also asking him, they're like, do you have a director's cut? Like, why is everyone just asking this now? Let people have their movies. Some movies are just okay.
Yeah, Logan was good. Don't mess with Logan.
Yeah, Logan was great.
You have an alternate cut or director's cut of the movie? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Well, the earliest one I can think of that did that, in terms of this DC, was the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2.
Yeah.
Which I do feel was way better than the original cut we got.
Yeah, it was way better. I agree. That we just need Josh Trank to do his
The Fantastic Four.
This is my cut of Fat Four Stick.
Yeah.
I never saw it basically because of everything you guys said about it. Like, I probably should see it for like the wrong reasons. But
Yeah. Watch it for the cringe and the weird wigs.
yeah, I want to see the change in hairdo suddenly pop up and stuff. Like, how is the director not at all involved with that? Like the studio wanted me to put a different hairstyle on for the reshoots or whatever you guys said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan has a director's cut of the last year.
What if he has a
See my face
director's
just
cut
shut
of The
down.
Happening?
Oh my gosh!
I would like to see anyone else's cut.
I would watch a director's cut of The Happening. I would 100%
No.
watch a director's cut of The Happening.
With Shyamalan, you need the studio cut. Like,
Yes, please.
this is how the studio wanted the
I think
movie.
that's
It's the opposite for him.
That's why the studio started coming in on movies and being
I
like,
need
we
to-
can't have another Happening.
I need a studio cut of The Happening, Matt. I need
See, a studio cut. Thank you.
a Shyamalan director.
You got it.
Yeah, that's our regular Shyamalan cut. He's like trying to save himself. He's like, no, I did not mean to release this movie like this.
He just, I don't
Is that how he
get it.
talks?
Like
So much less was supposed to happen.
Yes,
most
you're
of
supposed to be
his
way more boring.
like there's a few movies that M. Night Shyamalan made that I really like. I like the story behind it. I like the concept. I like the message.
Yeah.
Then there's some that are not that great. But then Avatar's like a whole different field on its
it's like
own. It's like just
all the way up here.
it's just so awful. Like the show is so good.
Actually,
And
it's fun.
the movie is just so bad. I feel like he got like a fortune cookie and that told him how to make the movie. It's awful.
So, Kyle, as you can tell, Gianna has recently seen the Shyamalan version of The Last Airbender. From my point of view, I wanted to watch the movie as like a meme. I was like, I'm going to make fun of it so much while we watch it. I was so unable to talk because Gianna was like, that doesn't happen in the show. That doesn't happen. It came to the point where I was being like, he's not that bad. It's okay.
No, like,
No.
it was
Yeah, it's all of a sudden you're like the
know, it's
Talking
in
sense.
comparison to The Happening, I was like, wow, this is way more
No,
entertaining
like,
than The
the
Happening.
only thing they got right in that entire movie was when the freaking speared fish were circling each other. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. That's one piece
Yeah.
of it, of a whole like 2.5
Yeah, they couldn't even get the
movie.
names right.
Yeah,
Um,
Soka. What? It's like it doesn't make any sense.
Matt, did you watch it with them?
Yeah.
Which was more faithful to the source material, that or Dragon Ball Evolution? Which did you drink more during?
I don't know.
You're both a blur.
I don't know.
That's a funny answer because we both drank way too much watching Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Evolution.
Dragon Ball Evolution, we made a drinking game out of, and it murdered us.
Yeah, I died that day.
Yeah,
But-
it's like the Furry Vengeance murder drinking game.
And apparently, this movie killed you too.
Oh,
Our little cousin loves Dragon Ball Evolution. He used
know
to
what?
watch it
There's
all
no-
the time, and I'd be like, "Please, no, not again, not again." He goes, "Again."
The only thing I think really wrong with it is its name. Like, just don't call it Dragon Ball, and just change everyone's names so they're not different from the show that or manga or whatever that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
That's-
And then-
otherwise, it's a fun derpy kung fu movie, very derpy, but
The only American person is Goku.
yeah. They whitewashed everything.
Yeah. They whitewashed the crap out of Goku, and then some other people are just straight up,
yeah.
ethnicity.
There was an Asian high school bully who was Yamcha, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Yamcha.
Oh my god.
When you guys were talking about director's cuts, I was like, well, isn't Sonic DX, Sonic Adventure director's cut? As Sonic Adventure DX.
Yeah.
That's true.
What's different about that? What is that seeing the director's true vision?
I don't know. They just made the game look better.
Yeah, made it look better. They added the what was it?
Chris Thorndike.
The what?
Chris Thorndike.
They added Chris Thorndike.
They added the Sonic X posters with Chris Thorndike.
They did, and then they added Cream in some random shots of her.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think. No other director's cuts come to mind.
Yeah, besides the Batman v Superman, which was the other, obviously for Zack Snyder, he was big.
Yeah.
Actually, that was just called Ultimate Edition. That wasn't even called Director's Cut.
Yeah. Oh, because that technically would be a director's cut, right? They just made him cut stuff out. And he just put it back in.
Yeah. Well, I think even Fantastic Four, the original, had the Director's Cut with 2 more scenes.
Was it director's cut or was it unrated version? I forgot.
I think it was called Director's Cut,
I don't remember.
or maybe Extended Edition.
Extended, yeah. That's something they used to do a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to see the director's cut of Dr. Sleep, where they're not sucking farts out of people's mouths.
I don't know if the director might have had.
Actually, didn't they have an extended cut of the movie?
Yeah.
And it's 4
That's,
hours long or
Do you remember-
something.
Really?
when Matt wanted to show us, I was like, Matt, are we watching the... Yeah, it's a director's cut. So that they have a director's cut. I think you own it. We just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because if we're like, do we watch the regular or the director's? And Matt's like, I was falling asleep during the regular one.
Yeah. It was that good.
What would it mean if there's sure, the director is one who's really running the whole show, but what if the writers wanted it? It's in the script, but the director's like, no fart sucking, and they just crop out everything. The writers, no, the director's cuts just all of a sudden they just cut and they're faithful zombies.
Yeah, they're just the Cullen clan.
Yeah. I guess it just becomes Twilight without fart sucking. It's Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's still an improvement.
Vampires.
I finished the first season of Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
I think my favorite joke was in the final episode. All the trees are evil and attacking Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy and everyone, and Poison Ivy against her wishes has to fight the trees, and one of them gets sliced in half, and she glances at it oh geez, it was just a kid.
Yeah.
Cat in the Rings on it. I was like, oh, that's a funny joke. I love that. So yeah, I'm excited to check out the second season, work my way towards catching up.
Second season, I feel like the first season was good. The second season is a lot better. I like the second season a lot better, to be honest. Like, I feel like they're freer to make more jokes.
It felt so free in the first season, so I'm interested to see what that means.
Yeah, it's really funny.
You know.
Like, oh, the first season's so, restrained.
It wasn't restrained. I feel like they feel a lot more confident in the second season.
Okay.
To do stuff, I don't know. But they still haven't got a third season. Like, go ahead, third season.
As far as we know, we didn't even know second season's coming out so soon after the first.
No, like, they actually came out and said, no, we didn't, not yet. They didn't give us the go ahead. Please, don't ruin this for me.
Well, Doom Patrol Season 2 is only coming to HBO Max, right?
So
Yeah, apparently.
stupid.
Everything's just HBO Max now.
Yeah, like,
Keep them guessing.
I want to pay
Titans
for
and
HBO
Justice
Max. I already
and,
pay for DC Universe. I'll just cancel DC
Turn it
Universe.
on the wall.
Yeah, what the heck's the definition of max if it doesn't have everything on it?
Max Goof.
I thought I had everything plus exclusives. I thought that was like straightforward, like that's it.
No, Max stands for the guy's name who came up with the idea.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not.
You got me.
Damn it, Alex! Sorry, I was freaking waiting for like a silent moment to make my joke. And damn it, I was gonna say that Netflix dropped the Max and HBO hired him.
Yeah.
Suck.
But that was a funny way of
No,
saying it.
go away.
I think we can make a compilation of every time Gianna gets mad that someone stole her joke. And it would be like 10 minutes long.
Oh, it's
Be directed
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
How did you do that? I guess you guys could probably tell too, but when we had to cut and start a new video, our boxes changed. So
Yeah.
we may have all frozen, in perfect place, but we're in different places now.
Oh, for me, the boxes are the same.
Oh, well, I hate to break it to you.
Tony and Rachel switched.
Yeah, my boxes are the same.
So did everybody watch the SpaceX launch yesterday?
No.
Yeah.
Everyone but Matt. It's on YouTube. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it later. It was cool.
They're
And-
landing in 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, they're landing now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
10:27.
Yeah,
they
it's
said.
I thought it was 10.
But isn't it?
They said it was
California
10 o'clock
time?
they were landing.
What?
10:30 something.
Why?
Because didn't they launch in California?
No, in Florida.
Oh, all right. Then they're launching. There you go.
I was
There
like,
you go.
why would
I ain't watching.
It's on a Hollywood set. It's in California.
It's actually it's in 5 minutes.
Matt, I was thinking, I'm like, does everybody know something that I don't? Is space in California time?
Yeah.
And I was just like, am I that
Wait,
stupid?
it's like space is
Yeah, like, because Matt said it's California time, and I'm thinking to myself, what, is for
Like
some reason, like, up
space.
in space, like, 3 hours behind, like, California?
Yeah.
Matt just literally fried a section of my brain I didn't know I had.
time moves differently in space. I think it might have a completely different time zone than what.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could
Yeah,
be
because it's
California.
perpetually.
Yeah, didn't you
night
see
and
Interstellar?
Okay, I still have to read Wikipedia every now and again to remind myself to try to figure out Interstellar.
I don't know how that conversation went to Interstellar.
The greatest movie ever made.
I like watching the launches, but the SpaceX stuff adds a second part of it where it's fun to watch the rocket land. But I was watching it after, because it's like I didn't get to see it live. I was like, okay, let's watch this on YouTube now, and I was trying to fast forward, like, when does the rocket land? And apparently there was a moment where, like, they're showing the platform on the drone ship where it was going to land, and all of a sudden they lost communication, and then they regained communication and it was there again.
Yeah.
And the one I was watching was like the BBC's live YouTube channel, whatever, and they didn't even acknowledge it. I'm like, is this old footage? Did I miss something? I was confused. And then I was texting like my dad and my sister, and like, no, that was it. And they showed this other one, this other like NBC or something, and they're like, oh, the rocket landed! Oh my god, that's so cool! And
Yeah, the one we were watching too just cut out, and then it was there. We're
We
like,
got so scared.
yeah, I think they all have the same feed, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
just depending who was commentating
Because
on
they're
it.
faking it.
because
Yeah.
I hit the switch
Yeah.
panel.
100%
I
fake.
was
Just like the moon landing.
terrified. when it cut out, I thought the rocket exploded. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna come back on. It's gonna be exploded.
That was the two things I was saying. I was like, it's so cool that there's a camera on the inside now, but it won't be if this blows up.
It's always the part of the sense of the brief sense of dread watching it. Like, I hope it works well.
Yeah. And then the other thing is,
yeah.
Sorry, go.
I was like, I don't quite watch it the way I watch NASCAR. I want everyone in NASCAR to be okay too, but there's a reason why people watch NASCAR. I
want to see a horrible mangling accident.
Yeah.
They need to have driverless cars that just get all messed up.
That would be neat.
Like they're
remote
just
controlled.
They're just back at a studio on the little cart things that we drive at David
That's
Buster's.
$1 billion idea for this episode. Driverless NASCAR. Just fuck them up.
And then the only people that get injured are the bystanders.
Yeah. Legends in the crowds.
Yeah.
Sign a waiver. Literally sign your life away.
There'll be no crowds right now with COVID.
Not necessarily true, but all right.
Well, yeah, NASCAR's still going. They just don't have anybody in the crowds.
Mm.
But I mean, they do a virtual crowd, so I guess if you put cameras up and you
Yeah.
just let the car fly on the camera, you can make people pretend like they got hit by a car.
What if they just had like
3D thing.
the Mortal Kombat 1 crowd? They're just like,
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh, well, wouldn't that be like
two
That'd be
frames
like-
of animation.
Ready Player One?
They had the Mortal Kombat 1 crowd?
No, but they had people going in like this in the crowd
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
In regards to social distancing and movies, I've been thinking about how bummed do you think James Cameron has been, like, waiting 12 years to make another Avatar movie? Like, then he waited too long. Now the world's in a place where people don't want to sit next to each other in a movie. It's like, God damn it!
Yeah. He's gonna have something fascinating about this movie. The last one was the first real 3D movie.
Yeah, to make us all want to breathe the same air again.
This one's got to be like the first 5D movie.
Yeah.
It like sucks you into the movie and you live with the Navi.
That's the thing, though, is that even though a lot of people didn't like the plot, I know he's sleeping and he's crying and he's sleeping.
I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was benign.
No, I liked the plot. I really liked that movie.
It was Fern Gully and Dances with Smurfs.
I liked that movie a lot, but I mean, I think you're right, though. If he had made it right after the success of the first one, he would have had a better standing because it was breaking barriers at the time of the film industry. Now he waited so long, so many other people have done something similar.
Yeah.
You got to really try to be different.
I mean, the last one was Blue Pocahontas, so this one's...
Yeah, exactly. Smurfahontas.
I liked it just for the way that it was filmed. I took my prophylactic Advil, went to this 3D movie, and was just enjoying like the sense of depth, and like I really didn't care what the plot was. I was like, this is fun. Yeah.
Can you rub his head? He's having a nightmare.
Oh.
Our dog randomly started having a nightmare.
So I asked Matt if he could rub his head.
So immediately after watching the real launch, I remembered that there is a show on Netflix called Space Force, a parody of the supposed real Space Force, and I watched 3 episodes of that, and because it's Steve Carell and Greg Daniels, who they both worked on The Office together, the American The Office. Not that I'm a fan of The Office, so of course I'm not like the right person to talk about this. Like the one person who's like, I can't get into it. But
Is it comedic? Like, is it supposed to be a comedy?
It's supposed to be
yeah.
The Office, but with Space Force.
Yeah, because I saw a trailer for it, and I wasn't sure.
Well, they don't do the same kind of like shot stuff with The Office. Like they don't like
it's very cinematic looking for the most part. Yeah. In terms of like a comedy, it's lots of different sets. They got John Malkovich, for crying out loud. So
John Malkovich.
yeah, he's like the lead scientific advisor person. I'm not sure what the terminology is.
Wow.
But he's very good in the show. He's very much the straight man to Steve Carell's insanity. So they're a good team together. The second episode has a chimpanzee trying to fix a like a satellite, basically. They shoot, like, Steve Carell, against everyone's wishes, shoots a rocket out into space, goes better than expected, so he has a moment. But then it's immediately like intercepted by like a Chinese ship or satellite that like dismantles it, and they have like a dog and a chimpanzee aboard on the United States one, and they're like, okay, which one could fix this. And they're like, neither. And they're like, and he's like, neither's not an option. And they're like, well, I guess the chimpanzees, can do more than a dog. He's like, okay. And the whole episode, Steve Carell, like he's like barking orders while the guy behind him's doing chimp sign language, trying to guide a chimp through fixing his house. So if that if that tickles your fancy, I guess you'll like the show.
That sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I like watching easygoing, silly stuff during this time.
That sounds like it could happen in Futurama.
Totally. Yeah.
They sent a dog up on the first run of sending stuff into space, and he died all alone in the ship.
That's the happiest ending for a dog ever.
Yeah.
Why?
What?
He died alone in space. I don't
Yeah.
know why they did that. But they did it. Yeah. Small little. It was like Wishbone. I'm pretty sure it was the same dog as Wishbone.
Jeez.
Yeah. And a monkey. They've done that with a monkey.
It was funny, Gianna. You know it's true.
That's like Argo's nightmare.
Dying alone in space.
Yeah, maybe this is his second life.
Oh,
The dog that got shot into space is Argo.
did you guys hear
Is that gonna make you love him more?
that they're
I
planning? Did you guys
Very
hear that they're
nice.
planning to make a Tom Cruise space movie that actually takes place in space, like partnered with SpaceX?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the current theme of like Tom Cruise being like way too big of a movie star and putting himself in risk that he shouldn't be, like to the
That's
ultimate
fine.
degree.
I don't know if anybody will miss Tom Cruise, to be honest.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Sorry. If anything happens, I'm not saying anything's gonna happen, but he's a Scientologist, one less
Tom
crazy,
Cruise. Are you
Yeah.
saying-
one less crazy in the world,
It's going to be called Mission Possible.
Is Scientology gonna sponsor it? Sponsor
Yes.
SpaceX.
Science
They're like-
is sponsoring it.
No,
Scientology.
Tom, you can go to space. You just have to fill out this personality exam.
We need to see if there's aliens out there.
The movie.
Imagine he finds aliens
While filming the movie?
while filming the movie, and he's
They
like,
just
"We
make
were
up the
right.
plot."
We were right all along. You were
And it's just
wrong."
him battling aliens. They'll be like, "This is not what we had in the script," but okay.
Roll with it.
Performs like how he did in The Mummy. It's going to be a who.
Oh no!
Yeah, he fights real aliens, and we're like, meh, one star.
Special effects in Avatar.
They're pretty lame.
Oh my god.
And it's supposed to be this flight's supposed to be like paving the way for normies going into space or something like that.
Yes, first private company flight.
If I assume, if I'm not sure what's going to be accomplished during our lifetimes, but like, say you have all the money in the world, would you want to go into space?
I'm good.
I'd want to
I
go.
was made here. I'm good. I was meant to be on Earth, touching Earth.
I don't know. I feel like they build an
even like
amusement park
planes.
in a satellite. That would be cool to go to.
That's Futurama.
Yeah, like on the moon.
Yeah.
Tony's going for
The
entertainment.
moon technically is a satellite. It
Yeah.
falls on the Earth.
Wow. I like my bones.
I know exactly what would happen the second I get sent into space, and it's the same thing, and the same reason I don't skydive. While I'm going up, I'll throw up, and I'll choke on my own throw up, and I'll arrive to the space station dead. And no
He
one's
spent
gonna
all this money and he arrived here dead.
That's rough.
He couldn't take the G's.
They might not let you guys just because of your asthma.
Yeah, right?
I was thinking,
Am I allowed on because I'm lactose intolerant?
What is that going to do with that?
yeah, you can't eat the green cheese.
I can't eat the food.
That's
they
a very
put out because it's already
5-year-old joke.
Oh.
We need to have the wormhole technology. That's what
Yeah.
I think. But then I worry about, like the stuff that happens and the prestige. Like, is the version that comes out the other end still me, or do I die and this
Yeah.
is like a duplicate?
Sorry.
And then the original me like,
Did you guys see that Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah.
He's like, "You prestiged yourself, Morty."
oh
Oh,
wow.
great.
And then that's like the whole like fan theory about Star Trek now. Like every time they got beamed down or beamed up, they're like, you can't move a physical person with beams, but you can replicate them. Every time the beam's murdering Kirk and Spock and everyone,
Damn.
and it just materializes a new version of them.
No. Maybe in the future that's possible. I don't know. People are silly.
Open the death bay. Just a bunch of Kirks fall out.
That'd be awesome. And then they eat them. But then that would have to be a perfect clone. And then he wouldn't have any of the memories that he had previously.
But I think, Matt, that it would
It's perfect.
injecting the memories.
Down to the neurons.
Perfect clone with all the memories implanted into their brain.
Yeah. I think it's plausible.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
I'd die.
Like Altered Carbon.
I'd like that. That would be metal.
What'd you say, Tony?
I said it would be like downloading your consciousness, like an Altered Carbon. You just
Yeah.
download the consciousness.
But
into
like
your
I was
body.
saying yesterday,
They're
what happens
docking
with the
now. They're docking now, right now, to the.
soul? Whoa, crazy.
Yeah, they're saying that souls don't exist.
Altered Carbon sounds like Westworld, which also sounds like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show is also all about downloading consciousness too.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting closer to actually being able to do that, which is cool.
That's scary to me. I don't know if that's cool.
It's like Seventh Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Guys, can we put Grandpa Alex on the TV? Let me die! Let me die!
Just download him, bro.
Oh, Grandpa.
We got Grandpa Alex app on the Roku.
Please kill me!
Hey, Grandpa Alex, did you finish the Scooby-Doo cartoons?
Also, if you could upload more porn to this flash drive, that'd be great.
I get right on it. Anybody else watch anything?
I was just going to mention, so Avatar was not the first 3D movie.
Of course not.
The first commercially released 3D film was 1922's The Power of Love.
No,
It was also the first 3D film to make use of the anaglyph glasses.
but it was the first real 3D glasses.
Well, it
Was it
says
red
anaglyph.
blue?
Well, what's the difference between anaglyph and the one we use now? Let's see.
How did they do 3D with black and white?
That is a good question.
That's
Let's see.
badass.
Different versions. of
Two different
the
gray
of
shades.
gray.
Yeah, right.
I knew it wasn't the first 3D movie because I watched Spy Kids 3D in theaters, and that came
Spy
out.
Kids
Yeah.
was pretty,
But it's the first one that had those real 3D glasses.
The one where you
I know
can
you're
pop
talking
out the
about.
lenses.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember the other 3Ds had that black and red, not black and red, blue and red glasses, but Avatar, it was just clear.
Yeah, I remember when they perfected 3D was during the Jonas Brothers 3D experience.
Yeah.
Shooting the white foam right at us.
Gianna, you watched Jonas Brothers?
Yeah.
The ultimate experience where they sprayed foam into the crowd, like in South Park.
I don't know.
You know what? Avatar 2 would be good if they've managed to make it the first 3D movie that you don't need glasses at all, and the things actually pop out at you.
Yeah.
Like a projector?
Something like that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Every theater
Well, I mean, they use
should be
projectors
4D.
anyway.
Yeah, they could do it like they did. Wasn't it? Who did they do it with? They did those live holograms.
Yeah, if they could. Come on, if you make the movie like
That
that,
like Michael Jackson.
like the movie,
Yeah.
hologram
Like
of a
Tupac?
person actually comes up in
Yeah.
the theater, and they're like, "What you are about to see." Oh, damn, that's a pretty cool movie.
I'd be like, how much radiation am I getting?
100%. Out of 20%.
Damn, that's great. Okay, cool. Let me wear my lead clothing to the movie theater.
And I just look forward to they're going to turn every theater into somewhat of a 4D experience for the next Avatar movie. Once they go into space, they're going to suck all the oxygen out of the room.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I feel like I'm really choking.
James Cameron's a genius. Anyone else watch anything of note? Not really.
No.
Then Horizon and Spawn
Yeah, we watched, and RoboCop we watched.
and RoboCop.
Matt hadn't seen RoboCop before.
Yeah.
The original one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
That guy dies. It's
It was
hilarious.
terrifying because it's like, wow, it's like the world now where everybody's just doing horrible things in the streets.
Except the one thing that I pointed out to Matt, and I told Tony yesterday, in the movie, they're all like, "Oh my God, we built this robot cop and this big mech machine. That's awesome." But they have the technology in one of the scenes where RoboCop has a nightmare, and his nightmare shows up on the TV. I'm like, they found something that can convert brain images onto a TV and display thoughts and no one's freaking out about that technology. That blew my mind. Even when we were watching, we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's a thing that they have?
And
they're like,
and I was saying it was funny because it came up because we were talking about how we're actually getting to that point where we're actually being able to get images from people's brain scans and stuff. There was a study where they had people watching movie trailers, and they said, okay, wear this thing. I forgot if it was like what do you call it? One of those things you put on your head like that, or a helmet. I don't remember, but they said, okay, watch these movie trailers, and we're going to be able to predict what movie you're watching. So they watched the movie trailer, and they were out of like a couple of different movie trailers, and then they were like, oh, you watched this movie trailer.
Yeah. Oh, that was The Last Airbender. Yeah.
And they were able to tell because they were able to make images of what they were watching. So it was you can see it too. I think they have it. You can look it online, but it's very close to getting to the point where we actually watch what they're watching.
Yeah, we're gonna be at the point where we're able to communicate, like what do you call it, telekinetically with each other.
Yeah, well, they actually made a helmet where you can
watch party at home. Just that suck for the criminal justice system. Did you murder that person? Brain.
Yeah.
They made a helmet where you can do that through Wi-Fi. They're working on that right now. Yeah.
Like it's kind of, I don't know, like I feel like it has to happen because you can't just keep having a slightly improved iPhone every year. Someone's gonna be like, get a load of this.
Yeah. Just go to the Apple store, have the injection plated straight into your brain.
Yeah. It's gonna be Black Mirrors or like that feature on that iPhone episode where they like shove it right in your eye. One of those things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anything else? So Spawn
was delightful. We saw that it was like a terrible rated movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't remember the movie being that bad. I remember it actually, I remember loving it as a kid. And, I mean, from the intro, I could see where some of the points get deducted because it's like an hour-long credit roll at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I don't remember this. This is really long.
The actor who plays the clown, the guy who's
John Leguizamo.
Yeah. He goes a little over the top at times, but it's still good.
He's so gross.
It's still good and fun movie. I think
Yeah.
he's a creepier clown than
yeah,
Pennywise.
Yeah, big time.
He's like,
Especially during that birthday party and everything.
Yeah.
He was really creepy.
Did you guys see the PG-13 version or the unrated R version or whatever it's called?
I think we saw
Director's cut.
Yeah.
Oh, the director's cut.
there you go.
But it was good. It was a good movie. You know, the CGI is dated.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
The devil looked terrible.
Yeah, but I mean,
That
you
was
can't
so funny.
You can't dock
Can't
points
fault them for that. Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
you just roll with
Yeah,
it.
keep in mind when it was made, and that's it.
Yeah.
I love watching I love watching special effects that people think are good at the time.
Yeah.
Like the old claymation from like Clash of the Titans.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Or the stop motion Ed 209 and RoboCop.
Yeah.
It's like anything in Twilight Zone, like
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
dumb looking beams.
Yeah. It's neat though. It's cool how far things have progressed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you watched something else, something called Butt Boy.
Oh my god!
No, it's a stupid movie.
No, it's not a stupid movie.
It's not a stupid movie. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
No,
so dumb. So dumb.
It's
Oh my god!
So
What have I
dumb.
done?
No, it's the best movie.
Terrible. It was a terribly
I think
written, awfully directed movie. It made no sense. The actor was a bland piece of toast. He had no facial expression.
What are you
He
talking
was so
about? He had
gross.
expression. That was
So-
really
Can we step back for a second?
You're afraid of the concept, Gianna.
Yeah, Gianna, it terrifies you
No,
and it
I'm
keeps you
not
awake
afraid of
at
it
night.
because that guy acted like garbage. I wouldn't be afraid of it. I could run away from him.
No, you can't. You get sucked into his ass.
Oh, it's like the wind tunnel from Inuyasha.
Yeah, on his asshole.
He curvied objects into his butt.
Then that's you just look at the, I'm like, that is everyone's in-depth review of Butt Boy. Thank you.
I actually, all things considered, I think Tony would love the movie. Like,
yeah. It was
I'm
like
telling you.
water, but not black and white.
it's the good thing about the movie is even though it's like really weird, really strange, and like what the hell is going on? They take everything so seriously that it's like ridiculous.
Even with the surprise twist that happens towards the end of the movie, they still played it out like
like deadpan type.
So it's like how we do with Johnny Renegade, like that.
Yeah. If not more serious than Johnny Renegade,
Really?
because they have like the hard-boiled detective guy, and it's like I don't know, dude. It's crazy. It's a very well-directed movie. And throughout the movie, I was waiting to like hate on it and be like, this is so stupid. It's funny, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, damn, that was a really good movie. That's crazy.
Gianna,
anyway,
what's your take on the movie?
No. It was just really stupid. Okay, it just made no sense. First off, okay, there's a scene where
Wait, what if Tony watches it? Can we just ask if anyone's gonna watch
Is
it?
anybody gonna watch this movie?
I want to watch this
on my
movie,
Voodoo.
but I don't know if I care if it's spoiled. I just want like a teaser about it.
Okay.
Okay, there is a scene in this movie after this guy has notoriously murdered some people with his asshole. There's a scene where they bring a bunch of kids into his office for
bring your kid to work.
Yeah, I got this, Matt. Okay, sit back. I'm about to describe this shit. And so they bring these kids in, and the kids are playing hide and seek. And so one of the kids hides in the butt boy's cubicle, and in the middle of the entire office, without anybody hearing or seeing anything, he manages to suck a 10-year-old child into his asshole to the point that the kid goes missing.
Yeah.
And everybody's like freaking out. He also stole the CCTV footage of the office and then later got camera shy and couldn't shove that floppy disk up his butt. But you're telling me he can shove the child up his ass, but he can't shove a small little floppy disk?
Gianna,
He was under pressure. I don't care if he was under pressure. It was stupid. It was loopholey. It was gross. It made no sense. And then that Asian,
Yeah, you have 1 minute.
Oh, okay. The baby that he sucked in his ass 10 years prior also survived and grew up on the
No, spoiler alert!
No,
So you're gonna ask me what Butt Boy was like? Butt Boy was terrible.
No, I seriously, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
it's just fascinating that they were able to get real children on this set.
And of course, the kid didn't scream. He put the kid in his butt head first.
Yeah.
You can't scream if your head's up a butt.
Yeah, Gianna. It's basic anatomy.
Right. Hey, so how about we do some fun facts, with some optimism to make us all feel better about our lives.
Hey guys, welcome to the Optimism Corner. Partially the reason why I'm here. Hello guys, only on Sundays at Optimism Corner. I have 2 facts for you today, only 2. All right, so the first one is there were 3 presidents, all founding fathers, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, that all died July 4th. Presidents Adam and Jefferson also died the same year on 1926.
That got the Matt seal of approval right there. You see that?
Yeah. President Monroe died in 1831. Coincidence?
Yes.
I
hope so.
Thomas Jefferson was it. They both died on the same day. They mentioned. Adams and Jefferson, who didn't like each other, both died on the same day and the same year.
Yeah, and they had similar last words. They were like,
they were asking about
I ate a blueberry waffle this morning.
Yeah.
They asked
they ate a blue waffle that morning. Yeah.
They asked how each other were.
Yeah, they're like, at least Adams survives, or at least Jefferson survives. They had very similar words, apparently.
Oh boy.
I've heard that one.
I have one more. Do you know why? Pew pew. Do you know why we handshake? You know why we shake hands? You know why?
Just spread COVID?
Because we're weird human beings that love tactile touch between other human beings.
Yeah.
Because we want to give each other smallpox.
No, to shake hands means to say you're unarmed, which means you can't draw your gun when you shake hands.
But what about your other hand?
Yeah. No one's left-handed.
So if you're right-handed, people didn't think you were ambidextrous.
But
That's
what-
why you got to do double fist bump.
Yeah, but what about?
I'm shooting a gun with
Oh
both
my god. Bubblegum, bubblegum.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting though. I never knew that.
Yeah, now you know. The more you know.
But now we could stop shaking hands because nobody carries weapons.
Right.
I am an open carrier in Texas.
Oh my
Carry
god!
guns in the open because I'm allowed to. Pew, pew, pew. And this is why this state will never have open gun laws.
Guys, that's Tracy Morgan. He's on the phone again.
Oh wow.
This time, whoops. This time, he comes bearing news about the differences between Gouda and cheddar.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Tracy Morgan. And as you can see, I'm on the phone with him. I'm not just over here in the middle. Hi, I'm Tracy Morgan. Gouda is very different from cheddar cheese. Did you guys know that?
No.
Not the same cheese.
I thought they were the same.
Much softer curd, according to the cheesefarm.net.
Wow, sources.
Yeah, Tracy Morgan citing precedent.
He should be
Gouda
president
is oiled,
for Tracy Morgan.
cut into forms by hand, and then sits under pressure for a few hours. But cheddar cheese just sits itself out, being stacked, turned, and stacked again.
Wow.
Called the cheddaring process.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Cheddaring.
I love cheddar.
Gotta watch that movie.
See you later, Tracy Morgan. Thank you for your good
We love
effect.
you, Tracy. Your cheese
Okay.
facts are great.
See
I
you
thought-
guys later.
Is
I
he
thought
still
the
filming
point-
Captain Caveman?
What?
Is he still filming a Captain Caveman movie?
Let me ask. Let me call him back. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Hello? Tracy, 1 second. Tracy Morgan. Hi. Are you still filming the Captain Caveman movie? Yeah, they're turning it into live action now.
Oh
wow,
my God.
that's crazy.
That's gonna be
Wow.
Oh, that's going to be nuts.
That'll be insanity.
Oh, I just hung up without saying bye. What an asshole I am.
Oh man.
I think we all know that the reason Tracy Morgan shakes hands though is to have the exchange of Gouda cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taste the Gouda.
He rolls up the Gouda between his palm and just like, here, this is for your troubles. It's like, this is cheese, sir. Awesome.
This cheese is gonna be troubling you.
Just screams my ear off on the phone. Sounds like he's in the same room.
Mm.
Yeah. He has that effect on people, I've heard. Hey, so as we wind down, we're gonna do our favorite thing in the world, which is something we call Shranks Character Battles.
Yay!
Gianna, would you like to explain what Shranks Character Battles is all about?
Yeah, so Shrinks Character Battles is where we select characters based on random numbers to go up against each other, and then we vote. Sometimes some of us vote for the wrong characters, like last week.
No.
But then basically they go up against each other. We see if they decide based on intelligence on who we think would survive. They duke it out. The survivor goes and joins the force to fight the comet that's coming towards us.
And then the two girls pick the animal character.
Yep.
Right.
It's accurate.
How dare you? That's messed up.
That
Do you
was
know you got a bunny on your shoe?
But he's buns of steel.
Hey, Johnny, you got a bunny.
He is fun.
I thought that was a Pokemon.
Aw, it's cute. I like the shirt. You're cute.
It's a good shirt, and that was a very good explanation. It might be the best one we've ever had because I have like nothing to add up to it.
It wasn't a competition. Wow.
Kyle, don't make me. I know where you live, Kyle.
Oh, I was like, who's she mad at?
It's better than pseudo adults like episode 30 where I was like where everyone was like, oh, Gianna do it. And I was like, oh, Shranks is in character battles.
That's what people usually do. So I was like, oh, Shranks is a game where the people that fight each other with the communists coming in.
Best ones though, so really, wow. Well, some people just don't know quality when they see it, huh?
Oh my god!
How about this? I'm gonna go get like a bottle of ketchup, and you just keep punching the camera. And every time your hand comes away, I'll be bloodier and bloodier.
Yeah, that would make it a little bit-
Kyle, if I could wrap you in a hug through the camera.
I don't actually have ketchup. I have barbecue sauce.
I know where you live too.
If I could lick your
Oh,
bicep,
I
my
just
life
got
would be
threatened
complete.
too.
Every time you lick it,
I heard.
my skin will
If you're in
peel.
high school experience, she'll stab you.
And she said she's concealing carry in Texas.
Yeah, so come at me in Texas.
Kyle, were you ever able to find the prison high
Stand my
school?
ground.
Oh, context, as we don't play Shranks Character Battles now. I was on a hunt yesterday with my fiance for Rachel's. Was it your middle school or high school?
Oh, my high school. You know why you didn't find it? It's like all the way in the back.
Yeah, we were at the boardwalk in this town, and I was like, maybe it's around here. And we found this one building that looks suspiciously dilapidated, like a prison. I'm like, maybe this is it. But then
It's hard because it's like the high school's all the way. The middle school you see coming into where I lived.
yeah. So we probably drove
high
past
school's
it.
like back in the suburbs. Like you have to actually go all the way back.
All right, next
The
time.
next time you go, it's like I forgot what road it's
It's
on.
the only school it's still is full with kids
It's full of kids.
because
Yeah,
they won't let them go home because
yeah, they won't let them go
What
home.
are the min and max numbers for this week?
the max number is 18.
18.
We're
Wow.
cooming down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
13.
From Sunday morning pre-recorded, Baldwin Sactire.
He's from the Alex Pig universe. I clicked SMPR. Okay, hold on. Baldwin Sactire. Let me find his image.
Alec Baldwin.
So he's from the Alex Pig world when Alex made a goof with the coin of Meridian.
Is he a bat?
Yeah, he's a bat guy with an eye pitch. Oh, you may want to see. Yeah, Batman. So the character is basically one of the quote unquote villains from the Alex Pig world, and in the story that we had created with him, he's basically like this criminal mastermind, and he has like these other animals working for him, and he knows that it was Alex's fault that the corner meridian stuff happened, and he kidnaps Alex Pig's brother, which is Tony from the world of SMPR, and he's basically trying to do everything he can to mess with Alex, screw up with all that other stuff, and have his evil plan come to fruition.
How much Corona does he have?
It's all in his poop.
Nice.
Yeah, he is a disease factory, which works against him. So he seems like a mastermind bat.
Yeah.
But in terms, if he weren't a mastermind, he would just be a bat.
I think he's got like fighting abilities as well.
Okay.
And he's got some a big brain in there. And he
Okay.
also he knows like Alex Pig, at least he was able to find out like his true weakness, and it was his short attention span. So he would have like this really colorful butterfly fly by, and Alex Pig would be like, "Whoa!" and forget everything he was doing.
Okay.
He's got that kind of like tricky brain too.
Yeah, maybe a tad of resourcefulness.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who gets to face him.
Oh, sorry, I just read my hair. 7.
From Outlaw Justice Wrath.
Oh my god.
Okay. Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Very well. I think I know.
That's the final character from Outlaw Justice in this.
Oh, that's wild.
Wow.
Instead of like describing him, can someone just straight up read his bio? Because I think that'd be funnier.
Oh yeah, we didn't read the bio for the other character.
Rachel's reading it.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Ulysses.
Okay. All right. Ulysses was a mass murderer that was shot to death by the police. His brain was used in scientific experiments by ACE to see how the brain reacts to controlling mechanisms. When Sin took charge of the experiments, he decided to use Ulysses' brain in his new android, and that's Wrath.
Oh, he's Ulysses' brain in an android.
Yep.
Wait, I'm sorry if you just said this. What is Ulysses like then?
Mass murderer.
Cool.
How much COVID does he have?
He hasn't
so much.
fought Baldwin yet, so
The
he
new
doesn't.
cheese question.
He's liking this coat thing.
He looks like a push on his line. He looks like he's gonna be a badass.
You got that robot murder face.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to go Wrath because I can see he's a professional at killing people. So
I like our battle here.
Yeah.
Did we
Come up with during the Sinner's Paradise thing. Yes.
We're gonna have a talk later.
Did we read Baldwin's bio?
We did not.
We did not.
Let me go back.
Baldwin's bio. He eats insects in the middle of the night.
He's a flying bat.
Do you want to read?
Wait,
He's
why would bats not fly?
He's a bat with a brain. A bat with a brain.
Yeah. Okay, so Baldwin Satire is an evil mastermind criminal that will stop at nothing to be the classiest villain in the world. He's taken the animal versions of Tony and held him captive, gaining the attention of Alex Pig.
And then losing the attention of Alex. Those were fun comics to me.
Yeah. So, being a mass murderer, does that mean he's smart, or is he just like a killing machine? Especially now that he's in like a robot or cyborg body, whatever.
The real question is, if you cut off the head of this robot, can the body still function, or is he just already done?
That's a good question. Does his body parts have Wi-Fi connected to his brain part?
No, just Bluetooth.
Well, he was originally designed, no? Not.
Can you imagine?
And you would Bluetooth.
Being a robot villain and you can't do anything because you're not connected to Wi-Fi?
Yeah. It's RoboCop. Connect to Wi-Fi.
He gets to the Final Destination like stage, and there's just no internet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see a scenario where Baldwin can come out on top, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
He's up against someone who's bigger than him.
Wrath is immune to COVID.
What?
He's a robot. Yeah, he's a robot. He can't get
Oh,
COVID.
yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
Unless, I mean, is his brain just straight up under the hood?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's got to be more to it than
Right.
that, because otherwise, how is he connected to everything?
Dab right into the brain under the hood. Because if I know DC or Marvel, any character that's got a big brain, it's exposed right under the hood.
For some reason, yep.
Outlaw Justice is DC confirmed. Yeah, so I'm gonna say Baldwin will have too hard of a time if he needs to stab a brain through a hood. I don't know if a bat is capable of doing that unless he's got disposable thumbs and is like an oversized bat or something.
He is oversized.
He is oversized. Okay. What will Wrath do to murder? Does he have like laser guns and weapons on his metal body, or he's just like
Versus like Inspector Gadget, like go Gadget blades.
When he was designed, when we were doing the Nightmare City game, his fighting style for that game was supposed to be more of like a Sabretooth-esque style, because his whole body's metal. He's able to like fight with the stuff and do that, and he uses like the hidden to cloak himself and try to like not necessarily be seen as much. And when you have the big cape, people could shoot here or here or here, and they might not even necessarily hit your robot exoskeleton. So he's very like,
yeah, he's durable. He's tough.
Yeah.
I like that. I like durable.
I'm gonna go with Wrath. I think
Wrath.
he's got what it takes. He could punch the comet.
And you can murder the comet.
The other guy doesn't have like anything like special about him being a villain. You don't have like special armies at his with him or like intelligence. He's just a villain.
he's probably got like
Echolocation.
like and also weird ass like gadgets.
It's how when the comet's coming.
Because I'm pretty sure he shot like some kind of wacky gun, and if he wanted to, he could probably just like teleport himself out of the arena if he didn't want to fight.
So then he's just gonna run away.
If he needs to.
All right, so I vote Wrath.
Also, he was fighting Alex Pig. Dumb pig.
Alex Pig versus Wrath.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
He's the only character that wants to be friends with Alex Pig.
Anyone else have a vote?
Yeah, I'm Raph too, definitely.
Wrath.
Wrath.
Everybody wrath?
It goes without explanation, I guess. Or do people
Yeah,
have
he's
like?
mass murderer. I mean, okay. He's killed a lot of people when they called mass murderer. He's like Jonestown.
Mass murderers could be, you know, they could be
Like.
defeated.
Yeah.
I think it's like a Batman-esque scenario where if Baldwin had time and planning, he'd be able to do more and assess his villain. But because it's very heat of the moment, you're thrown into the battle. You have what you have.
Yeah,
He's going to
couldn't
actually try to get out of there more so than fight.
Yeah, so that might be the way he loses more so than being defeated.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That is our 108th round of Shranks Character Battles. Wrath moves on. I get to hit backspace on the other guy, Baldwin.
So when it gets to the final, like 2, we don't even have to do a number. We just see the last 2 people that are left up against each other, and we're just like, yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna need random numbers generated.
All right, you got it.
I need help. Yeah.
1.25 and 2.0.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, this character with a fake mustache. The question is, what do we do when we're done? I'm thinking whole episode rapid fire. Just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, who that? Doesn't matter. Bam.
They're like a I don't know, like a simulator where we could like simulate like 2 forces fighting against each other, and we just randomly pick one to be the Comet in our team, and we just see.
We make a program.
I think we just separate all the villains and say they win. They're all so powerful.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so thank you for listening to the 82nd episode of our Pseudo Adults podcast. It's been fun, as always. And I'm watching Matt, like, dive down into the I don't think anybody heard that, but if you weren't wearing headphones, you may not have heard that, but that was the ending. Whoa, everybody, which means that the show must end.
So with that on that,
I'm Alex.
I'm Gianna.
Rachel.
It's Tony.
And I'm Kyle. We are Pseudo Adults.